Shut up! The footy's on the radio!
Triple M Footy special comments are brought to you by Cbus Super. Whether you're on the tools or in the office, Cbus is built to last.
For McDonald's McCafe,
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter is brought to you by Exetel NBN, the speed you need.
Essendon certainly lifted in that third term at three-quarter time. The margin is 40 points. Adelaide 17-7, 109. Essendon 10-9, 69 with all the stats for Bosch Tools, Tyson Edwards.
Bosch Tools stats were going overboard for Essendon there. Scores, Essendon outscored the Crows 3 goals 7 to 2 goals 1. Just couldn't quite finish off, but had plenty of time in their forward half. Tackles they led 22 to 13. That is a massive stat that they resurrected after the first two quarters. Clearances 14 to 6 in favour of Essendon. Uncontested possessions 91 to 47. They also won the contested possession, so absolutely dominated. Just couldn't quite get the score on the board, but a much better response, and they need more of that, obviously, to get the scoreboard ticking over a little bit more in their favour.
Good on you, Tyson. Well done there, Tyson Edwards. Let's go down to Rhett Biglands for Bob Jane T-Marks.
Not only was the intensity better for the Bombers, the body language from the coaching staff reflected that. Blue McKenna and Mark Harvey getting around the boys much happier down here at three-quarter time with their output. And just a reminder, Jake Kelly has gone to hospital, have his eye checked out. At the moment, it's just precautionary.
Good on you. Thanks, Biggles, for Bob Jane T-Marts. Best tyre price guarantee. Final term about to get underway here at the Adelaide Oval. It'll be great to see the Bombers finish off the way they played in that third term.
Just quickly, Ditz, for near-map aerial imagery, Etihad Stadium, 33 points is the margin in favour of the Gold Coast with less than 5 minutes to play. Big Tom Lynch has got a half a dozen.
The new skipper up there, and the skipper here, Tex Walker's got 5 as well. Eddie Betts has got 5 for McDonald's. Triple M rocks footy. Bounce down now in the middle. Jacobs, decisive tap. Betts comes sprinting off defensive line. Handballs to Riley Knight. Now Essendon have regained the footy. Heppel, the skipper for Essendon, handball, but he put his teammate right under the pump in Brown. Had an airy, good tackling Adelaide. Now Hampton comes out with it. Now Millerer through half forward over the back. Menzel! Oh, he could have played on open goal. He looks a bit hurt. He's copped an accidental poke in the eye, I think. And it was totally accidental, of course. But he's holding his eye. Now, we've already got Jake Kelly off with an eye injury. Oh, he's smiling, he's laughing, so all looks pretty good.
Looks like he got his own hair in his eye there, Ditz. I think he might need a bit of a haircut.
Came out of the man bun.
Yeah, the little bun popped out. It's disappointing when that happens.
We've just had a look on the Triple M Chemist Warehouse replay. You're right. Extra hair clip needed next week.
Pony lash.
Yeah, pony lash.
That's nasty. That can be nasty.
It can. Yeah.
I've never experienced it myself.
So you've heard.
And not likely to. Yeah.
And not likely to.
So Menzel, the left footer, back into the side tonight for McGovern. Nice looking kick. Beautiful kick. Adelaide get the first of the final term. It's very good kicking. 18-7, 115. Essendon 10-9, 69. Triple M, Exetel scoreboard. Exetel NBN, the speed you need. Tyson Edwards.
It's just a difference, hasn't tonight? The boys hasn't at the entry from the Crows there, finding a target, easy shot on goal, we're straight out in front, and Essendon have had plenty of opportunities, particularly in that third quarter, but just can't make the most of them. Can't finish that last kick off, which is what a lot of coaches call the most important kick you can have.
Yeah, I tell you what, that kick was outstanding, perfectly weighted on the Triple M Chemist Warehouse replay screen. Chemist Warehouse, get yourself the Gillette Pro Shield eraser. I'll tell you, it'll be as smooth as Tyson's head. Very neat. 47,492. At least a Saturday here in Adelaide, Saturday night. A big crowd in attendance. They don't disappoint for McDonald's. Triple M rocks footy. The Dons try to get forward. McGrath 1-2 with Goddard. Heard the voice, but again, handball errant. Turnover here now, Adelaide. Hampton just composed through traffic. Waltz through 2 defenders. They got it to Laird. Standing start by Laird, long down the line. Otten got hands on it again, couldn't complete. Sloan at ground level to Smith. Oh, Eddie caught for one of the rare times in his career. Smith's handball a little errant. And the Dons should be able to clean this up. Parrish was good. Back to Bagley. Doesn't know where he really needs to go, but in the end, the semicircle worked beautifully and finds Merritt on centre wing.
Yeah, nice foot pass. So Zach Merritt, real live wire in this Essendon side, fires in the low left foot punt, and good mark, Lever. Very fine young player, this fella, Lever. Goes short, finds Brodie Smith. Smith now handles to Atkins. Atkins, little chip over the top to Sloan. Rory Sloan, can we get his stats in just a moment, Tyson? He's had another big night, I reckon.
24 Bosch Tool stats.
Good on you, Tyson. He found McKay in the middle of the ground. They go from one side to the other now. Brown of Adelaide fires it long, looks for Tex Walker. Didn't take the mark, turns and runs after it. Turns beautifully for a big man. Gee, that was brilliant. Now kicks the pass to the front of the goal square. Otten was the target. No mark taken, but he's got it at ground level, Otten. They fight for it. Essendon have got numbers around the footy. Hurley on the end of a handball now. Zach Merritt. And Essendon should clear. They've got numbers at centre half back now. Parrish, they can run it out of defence.
Has Fantasia, but no one ahead of him. So lowers the eyes and gets Danaher. 70 from home. You like his chances here, Big Joe. Loves to get on the arc. Waits for his man Hooker to come at him. Oh, nice mark. Good hands. Hit the ground running, then goes short. Don't know what he was thinking. Massive brain explosion by Big Kale. Should have went bomb down long to the goals. And tried to spot his man up. Turnover now, Adelaide. It's going to end up with Tex again with another one-on-one with Ambrose out of side. Tex again, too good. Nimble on his feet, the big unit. And then laces out. Oh, who was it? Menzel. Dropped an absolute soda all alone inside the arc, and the Dons will run it out.
Good handballing display here again, coming out of defence. Now Heppel, short to Danaher. Marks it right in the middle of the ground. Long, long way from home, but he had to be the lead up. There's no one else at the moment. Now this pass finds Hooker again. What will he do this time? Again, he chips over the top. This one finds Collier. That's better. I reckon Collier's been a real good player tonight. In a team getting well beaten, I reckon he's shown a fair bit, Tyson.
This will be his 21st disposal. Already kicked 2 goals. Certainly has had some influence.
So Collier, this will test him, and he'll need his best kick right on the 50. Nice looking drop punt, but it's just to the right. Just pushed it out a bit. 10-10-70 they are, the Bombers. The Crows 18-7, 115. Triple M, Exetel scoreboard.
Well, they were really patient, Tice, with the build-up. Just that ability, and finally the forwards are coming up at the kicker from the midfield.
Kickers almost had to ring the forwards ahead of the play to come and lead up. They really want to get back.
Shoot them a text. So come on, boys, get on the same page. Adelaide, outer side, trying to work it forward. Bit of traffic around. Otten did well. Don't know about the disposal. Umpire said it was legal. Sloan to D-Mac, and then they're back in the corridor all of a sudden. This is where they look to go. Laird, a little bit of ball in motion number. Asked a lot of Miller. He's got a nice little step, this kid. Just signed on for 3 years during the week. Played like it too. And should find Douglas at half forward. Dougie felt the heat behind by Heppel. Couldn't hand on the mark. And the Bombers through Bagley should clean things up, and he'll get Langford. But again, he can't complete the act of the mark, and Smith's got hold of him. How did he get rid of it? Umpire, they want a free kick. In the end, they say no. And Heppel happily to walk it over the line for a boundary throw-in.
That might have been holding the ball or incorrect disposal, whichever you want to call it. And somehow the ball hit the deck.
2 weeks ago, it was holding the footy. I reckon they've softened the last week, Ditz, just on that prior opportunity.
So throw in now, Leuenberger. Good tap under pressure. Got it down to Merritt. That was very good. Handball quickly now to Langford. Good pass. Danaher. At times, the skills are really good here from Essendon, but we've just not seen enough of it. Merritt runs his full meterage now, sprinting back towards goal, and he finds the target. That was fantastic. And again, it's Collier, is it?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah. Great spread from Collier. Come from the centre of the ground. Sprinted forward, probably an 80-metre sprint there, and really nice delivery.
I reckon he's been terrific. I really do. Just about their best tonight, Collier, from 15 out, straight in front. And he gets a goal. Well played, well done. 11-10-76 Essendon. Adelaide 18-7, 115. Triple M Exetel scoreboard on the boundary. Rhett Biglands.
Well, Travis Collier, when he turns and goes, his speed down here at ground level is right up there with Charlie Cameron. That ball over the back, Essendon moving it pretty quickly. He's lightning. He's one of the quickest blokes I've seen in around the AFL at the moment.
Yeah, thanks, Biggles. He's got 3 now for the night, and he's got an IQ off the charts too, boys.
Is he?
A really intelligent young man.
Well, tell me more.
Well, that's about all I know. I've just come across that in discussion with a few people.
Promise a lot.
I don't know whether he's a rocket scientist. I don't know whether he's into maths. I just did enough to suggest to get me by, Ditz, when you asked me a question.
Right, okay.
Ball back in the middle. Put it this way, he's got something to fall back on when footy finishes. Put it that way, all right? Unlike a Philvis. Jacobs and Leuenberger do battle for McDonald's. Triple M rocks footy. Eddie having a little run through the guts. Getting some numbers up, 1-2 to McKay. Short little balls, a bit high for Menzel. Got caught under it. Zaha Rakas couldn't get it. Miller could. And to Brodie Smith, who doesn't matter whether it's around the corner or dead straight, he can bang it a mile. Kelly happy to get knees and hands on it and get it out of play. We'll get it tossed in at right half forward for the Crows. Margin was high as 59 when the rout was on early on. Back to 39. They'd be very impressed with the Bombers when they've been able to get it back, Tyson.
Yeah.
Zach Merritt's been a big part of that.
Absolutely. Second half has been much better from the Bombers. As we said, they just can't quite put it on the scoreboard. But Zach Merritt had 31 Bosch Tool stats.
Wow.
Off hands, Betts has got a big left foot ride towards goal. No one was back there, and it's just gone the wrong side of the post. Minor score, so he's still got 5. Adelaide are 18-8, Essendon 11-10 as the Bombers work it up towards halfback. So Langford now can come out wide to Kelly. Hasn't done a heck of a lot tonight, James Kelly. Remember the great days at Geelong. I know it was a gun side that he was in. McDonald Tippenwoody takes a strong mark under pressure from Hardigan at centre wing. Watson, oh, they've messed this up too. Joe Watson put Stanton right under the pump. Parrish has come in to retrieve things now.
Kick.
The kick around the corner from McDonald Tippenwoody went to Stanton. Stanton's handball has missed the target by 10 metres and gone out of play. That's pretty sloppy stuff. So right half forward flank for Essendon in this final term. We'll have a throw in, 9 minutes gone. Triple M Exetel scoreboard, 116 plays 76. Again, Jacobs, he got the decisive tap away from Leuenberger this time. Quick little tap from Eddie Betts, gave it to Charlie Cameron. And the Crows have worked it up towards centre wing.
Brown couldn't grab it in the air. McKenna found it at ground level. Oh, that is something special by Goddard. I don't know where the hand or the clenched fist was, but the umpire liked it too. Zaharakis won a contested footy. Kicks inside the arc. Oh, hooker came hard. Lever went back with great courage. Langford, however, has got it. Handball not clean. Danaher below the legs. It's a long way down. Struggling to pick it up. McKay good. Laird even better. And the kick even better tonight at half-back. Lynch is on 2. They're away here, Adelaide. Tommy Lynch on the Toyota logo out of side. Runner is Millerer. He's got Tex. He's just going to have to wait for Tex to work to him. Tex has just got all the time at half-forward and eventually ends up 70 out. I reckon distance is okay if he wants to unload the big unit and go for half a dozen.
Got that look about him.
Just that handball to Danaher below the knees. You're a big unit. Hit the body. Tex. This would be from downtown. He unloads a monster to the square. Oh!
Play on.
Rory Sloane says it was touched. Umpire, doesn't matter. Snap on the left foot. Sloane's got 2. Oh! He loves a fly, does the Sloane dog.
Just wanted a little bit more, didn't he?
He went up, he brought it down, everyone stopped. Umpire was the spoil sport, but it doesn't matter. Here's the big kick from Tex. 75's not too far anymore on the Chemist Warehouse.
Just made out there was no lead-up options, didn't he? Just didn't quite see them. And
I would have liked to have gone 30 seconds earlier because it was vacant.
Rory's just beaten 3 Essendon Bombers.
He's very good, the Sloane man. Big raps during the week about how good he is and why he's not in the conversation for the best midfielder in the competition. Adelaide now 19-8, 122, 11-10, 76, 11 gone final term. Triple M Exetel scoreboard. Exetel NBN Dits and Tice. That's the speed you need.
Well, second half has been very good for Essendon. They've been much better than the first half. Can they string a couple together? Back in the middle. Here's their chance. The Leuenberger was an opportunity there to get away out of the centre, but the umpire says it was a poor bounce. He's going to do it all over again. Leuenberger's tried hard all night against Sauce Jacobs. Now the umpire throws it up. Jacobs in front. Got it down. Essendon, though, the on-ballers, Zaharakis farmed it out wide. Langford has tried hard in this final term, but his handball went to Brodie Smith. Smith of Adelaide kicks now to half forward. No mark. Off hands Betts. That was clever. Now from his pocket, from his favourite part of the ground, he kicks a right foot bomb. Goal to Eddie Betts.
Oh, what a goal.
Gee, he rarely misses. The real difficult ones, he enjoys more. And the easy ones in front, he can tend to miss. That was freakish again. How he trapped it off hands was just beautiful to watch. We'll get Tyson Edwards to run us through it in just a moment. We'll listen to the chant at the Adelaide Oval. It's like they used to sing Lily at the MCG. 20 goals, 8, 128. Essendon 11, 10, 76. A big, big night for Adelaide here on their home deck on the Triple M Exetel scoreboard. Tyson Edwards.
Oh, I feel for Bagley there. He come off Eddie Betts to try and impact the contest, which he did. Eddie Betts stayed down and crumbed it, and well, he had a shot from...
Tice, it's just a little... Oh, I thought it was a little handball to himself, but it was just he didn't quite get it clean.
How does he kick that? Check side from his pocket. Absolutely nailed it.
And what a great response too, given the week he and Paddy Ryder had after showdown.
6 goals, by the way, we should point out. 6 goals, Eddie Betts.
Half a dozen of the best. He brought up his 200th during the night for Adelaide here.
21 Bosch Tool stats too for Eddie.
He's been one of the best recruits, I reckon, of all time of any club. Ditz and Tice.
Yep.
You could easily argue. For McDonald's, Triple M Rocks footy. Full house, love that one. As the Dons are forced to retreat, they go all the way back from centre back right back to the goal square. Mitch Brown now will head to the outer side. There's a man out there, Goddard. There's a number on.
Gee, Collier's free if they can get it long.
Fantasia, Merritt, there it is. Left foot should get there nicely.
No.
Ball did plenty in the air. Collier did really well to keep it in. Bounced up, kick on the right foot inside the arc, but lever again. Geez, he works the angles nicely, that kid. That time he had it smothered. Green with a don't argue. Joshy Green from 35. Beautiful pass to Tip and Woody for the easiest of goals for the Bombers. Really nice teamwork, coast to coast for the Dons.
I was just about to say, with another forward entry from Essendon there, I think the forwards for Essendon should take the team meeting after the game or during the week just to say, you're making it pretty difficult for us, boys. There was 2 floaters there, Ditz, coming in. I don't know how they meant to mark that one. And they had 3 players free and they still nearly muffed it. But
they did.
Anyway, they got there. Well done.
Made very hard work of it. Tip and Woody, what are his numbers tonight as we go down to Rhett Biglands for Bob Jane T-Marts?
Yes, McDonald, Tip and Woody, he tossed the coin as well as Eddie Betts in a show of unity and equality prior to the match. The first time those 2 gents have done it, and a great show of strength. And just recapping as well, Jake Kelly in hospital with that eye injury, guys. Still getting that assessed, just precautionary at the moment.
Thanks, Biggles. Into the ruck now. Danaher gets a big tap away. Essendon fight for it here in the middle. Zarakis. It comes out, though, the Crows' way to Matt Crouch. His handball didn't find Otten, but he went back, picked it up and handballed backwards to Brodie Smith, whose left foot kick gets to half forward. Essendon soccer it forward off that half-back line. Riley Knight has got time to turn. He comes onto his non-preferred left foot now. Looks for his captain in Tex Walker. Off hands now. Atkins taken to the boundary line and still fights for it. Somehow was given forever to get the handball away and did. Sloan sits under the kick. And it's fisted out of play by Goddard. Left forward pocket here for the Adelaide Crows. What were those stats, Tyson?
Yeah, 13 Bosch Tool stats for McDonald, Tip and Woody, and the 3 goals. So a nice performance there. We're playing forward most of the night.
The Bosch Tool stats. So throw in here on the 25-metre line here. Round from the Crows' goal. Over the back, Matt Crouch trapped it beautifully. Handled to Richie Douglas, now to Smith. Brodie Smith around the arc, gives it to Laird. Laird now kicks towards the forward pocket. Tex Walker in a holding match for a struggle out there. Eddie Betts off hands. He's in his pocket. They want to give it back to him, do they? Yes, no. Caught in the tackle, now flung around in the tackle. Coming through to help out is Crouch. Matt Crouch flung like a rag doll. The umpire says holding the ball this time. Well played, Essendon. Good defensive work from the Bombers, and they get the chance to clear through McGrath.
Tell you what, I'm sending the runner out to Menzel. Give it back to Eddie.
Yep.
In his pocket
They're
on
the
his
rules.
night.
They are the rules.
The Dons trying to clear trouble out here. Hooker up over the top. Adelaide with the numbers again. 3 on 2. Sloan lowers the eyes. Kick was too hot for Cameron. Mitch Brown for the Dons. Back to Danaher. Overlapping run. Brown with a 1-2. McGrath needs a nice bounce. Got it. Kick not great. Going to get a bad bounce. And I reckon he's going to get pinged here, will he? The umpire's got a sense of humour for a change. He says it actually can bounce at right angles. His footy will get it tossed in on the outer wing. Around the grounds for near-map aerial imagery, boys. A little earlier, the Suns beat Carlton by 26 points at Etihad Stadium for 2 on the trot to try and get their season back on. And big Tommy Lynch with a big half a dozen.
So a bit up and down. The Blues beat Essendon last
Suns
week.
1-2 if you're trying to get the message out of that.
Yep, no worries. Zach Merritt in the middle of this one on the outer side with Heppel, and off hands it goes out of play. Centre wing, outer side of Adelaide Oval. Over 47,000 packed in here tonight on an Easter Monday. And you'd think a lot of people away, that would have cost them a couple of thousand tonight.
Yeah.
So very, very good crowd here on
Great
Easter
crowd.
Saturday night. Throw in now. Danaher in front of Otten. The 2 second-string ruckmen bring it down here to Merritt. On the back of the pack was Zarakis. They quickly tap it forward to McGrath. Looked like a bit of a throw, but the umpire said no. Now McGrath, Zarakis. Now they link up through the middle. Oh, gee, they've dropped this one. Got to go back in and chase it.
Oh.
Over it is Goddard. Oh, the Crows player's been met heavily here. Is it Laird?
It's
No,
Knight.
sorry, Riley Knight.
And I reckon it was McKenna, the Irishman, who fumbled and then came hard.
He did.
It might have been reported too for that.
Yep, he's taken the number. So Riley Knight. It was accidental. He fumbled the ball. Didn't mean anything, but number has been taken. So Richie Douglas now from centre wing on the outer side goes forward. Oh, gee, a spilt mark back there. Essendon defender went straight through the fingertips. Now they pick it up and fight for it through Hurley. His kick just goes out wide. Under it is Heppel. It's by the boundary line. They're fighting for it and it goes out of play. And it's in the Eddie Betts pocket here at the Adelaide Oval.
Tell you what, Eddie, he's so light on his feet. He gets to every contest, Tice. He made a living out of doing it. It's just a rare talent to be able to judge ball offhand.
And you just have to keep, exactly what you said, as a small forward, you just have to keep getting there. You hardly ever get the crumb, but you just got to keep getting there to give yourself some opportunities. Douglas, standing start. He's looking for Eddie in the other pocket. And Bagley this time has his measure. Happy to see it over the line. We're going to toss in 10 metres around from the Adelaide goal. Biggles, boundary for Bob Jane T-Marts.
Yeah, we heard from Don Pike in the pre-game about Eddie carrying soreness into last week's showdown, carrying a couple of injuries and running at about 50% today, fully fit and on fire, and tell you what, he's taken the most out of it. Yeah, half a dozen, and he was crooked the week before too, so a couple of flat weeks by his standards, not tonight, which is great to see. Laird to get one from the back pocket downtown. Little Brucey Laird, yes. A little competition running down back between the boys in the goal-kicking award. Lukey Brown's had him covered the last couple of years, and little Lairdy, my boy, cashing in. Didn't even watch it go through the big sticks as soon as he kicked that. Louis was back to his defender mates, celebrating. Yep, straight on him. Tice, it was as sweet as a nut. And good to see the back six and that little man who's had a great couple of years of footy cashing in. 21-8, 1-3-4, 12-10, 82, 19 gone here in the final term. Triple M Exetel scoreboard, and the Crows, well, what a perfect start to the season.
Well, they sit top of the ladder and some nice percentage tonight as well by the look of it. Still 10 minutes or so to go in this final term as we tick away to the 20-minute mark. For McDonald's, Triple M rocks football. Can Essendon finish off in a strong vein here tonight? Leuenberger gets the tap away out of the middle. Goddard, quick kick to half forward. Watson pushed under the footy and he gets a free kick. Hasn't had a big night, Joe Watson. Chips one sideways now to Goddard. Goddard could have handled over the top but thought against it as the Crows get back in big numbers. So he goes sideways now. Stanton likewise hasn't had a huge night. They're going to have to go backwards here. They retreat to Hurley all the way back to the middle of the ground. Every player in one half of the ground, so passing has to be absolutely spot on. Goes short to Stanton now.
Tell you what, Tice, he's been a good servant for the club, Brent Stanton. But
absolutely.
Speed of the game might have him a bit at the moment.
Mitch Brown now handles back to Stanton. Now they go further with the kick, and it's spot on. Good patience shown, and he let up Parrish it was who took the mark. McDonald, Tippin Woody, how strong. Gee, got rid of his opponent in Brown magnificently and took the mark. Now he's lining up for his fourth goal. He's a real live wire, this bloke. Love the way he plays. And just pushed his opponent off. He looks like the smallest bloke out there yet. That was so strong. Tyson Edwards, that's not easy to do, surely.
No, it must be watching Eddie Betts up the other end. I think that's exactly what Eddie does really well.
How tall are you, Tice? He's 171.
Gee, I got him by 7 centimetres. That's unbelievable.
7. That's embarrassing, Louis. Donald Tippin Woody coming in. He gets his fourth goal of the night. He's tried hard. He and Collier, for me, the two standouts tonight as far as Essendon are concerned. And that's a pretty good return in a side. Well, they've only kicked 13. 13-10-88. Trail Adelaide 21-8. 134 Triple M Exetel scoreboard. And you think as the Bombers improve in the next couple of years, this fella is going to get better and better.
Absolutely. And with the delivery with the Bombers have had tonight, to kick 4 goals straight like that, had the 14 possessions as a small forward. That's a brilliant night out. Really well done. Tyson Edwards here with the Seabus Super Special Comments, award-winning super for the building and construction industry. Tyson, I reckon it's touch and go with his top knot, though. I reckon he might get to 180. 6'2", I reckon, with the... And put some heels, some platforms into it. Underway again for McDonald's. Triple M rocks free. Leuenberger up over the top. That man, McDonald, Tippin Woody. Parrish, handball. Talia, good closing speed, was good. Causes a turnover. Atkins with a went and picked it up Cooter style. Handball not that great. Joe Watson got a crowd out there, and look at the numbers again. Look how they run in waves, Adelaide. This is where they're so good. Even Big Sauce Jacobs joining in, boys. Here goes McKay now, has Tex. Just running that little J-loop. Turned inside the kick, not great. Tex will be spewing on that one. D-Mac, and the Bombers should be able to clean things up through McGrath. And he gets some relief out wide through Stanton, who's got a man on. It looks like Merritt. He's going to need a kind bounce. And he's not going to get it. And he stares back. And he says, what the hell is that crap? Out of play, boundary throwing.
Let's go to Rhett Biglands.
Midway through that third term, Charlie Cameron just copped a knock on his right groin, so he's on ice now, boys. Won't take any further part in the match. He was a bit stiff in that final change, but they've had a bit of work through it, and they've just had a no-risk policy in this final term.
Biggles for Bob Jane T-Marts, and yep, they should take a bit of precaution there as well. Parrish now fights for it. Parrish just made a mistake, I reckon, going forward in that last foray. Went wide to Watson and probably should have hit the goal square. Sometimes you see the champion senior player out there and you think, oh, I better go that way. That's what it looked like anyway. Jacobs, Leuenberger. Now it comes down to Parrish. Oh, the kick was smothered beautifully by Menzel, I think it was. And the Crows just run it out of play with Richie Douglas on the members' side. 23 and a half minutes gone, 134, plays 88 in favour of Adelaide.
46 points, and it was a blistering opening half by Adelaide. They had it out to 59 points at one stage. Just 17 tackles by the Dons. Bosch Tool stats sheet in the opening half, not good enough. Eddie Betts has got 6, Big Tex has got 5, McDonald, Tip and Woody's got 4 for the Dons. But it has been a very impressive Adelaide again. They've worked it forward. This time they'll get tossed in 40 metres out from their goal. Heading towards the old scoreboard or Cathedral End. Or the Moreton Bay Figs, if you know your cricket. Oh, sharking it beautifully was Douglas. That is a gift from big Sammy Jacobs, as Biggles calls it, the snowflake. And Richie Douglas on the burst finishes off in style and gets, I think, his first for the night. Really impressive ruck play. Good craft. And that margin now out to 52, 22-8, 140. You got to kick a big score to beat them. 13-10-88, 24 gone. We get a check at it on the Chemist Warehouse replay screen, Tice.
Yeah, well
You're
read.
be loving that, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. They're nice as a midfielder, just reading off the ruckman there. Don't even think Sauce got it clean in the end, but really well read and a lovely snap for goal. Nice way to finish off the game. And a couple of minutes to go here. Had a pretty reasonable night tonight too. Richie Douglas, 19 possessions, 1 goal, 1.
Tyson, there was a few years there where the Crows were worried about their goal kicking. They were inaccurate quite often, but how's this kicking tonight? 22-8.
Hard to beat that.
That's very good. Zarakas out of the middle for Essendon. Can they get a couple before full time? Get some respectability back in their score as Watson trails the ball out to the outer side. And hang on, that was called deliberate. Unbelievable. So it's a Crows free kick. It's one of those where we just scratch our heads at the moment. The kick comes inboard to Talia, who was upended by Danaher after he took the mark. Kick out, looks for Hardigan. Oh, it just got there in the nick of time. Hardigan turns and runs, delivers to Rory Sloane. Too much room for him. He had 20 metres on his opponent. Then he turns and delivers inside 50. Lynch, beautiful kick. Well weighted by Rory Sloane, and he turns and runs to the bench. That was a fantastic passage of play. Kicked to the advantage side of Lynch and said, go and run after that. And he did. Made some good ground and took the chest mark. Tom Lynch has kicked 1 tonight. And he's over on the left half forward flank. It'll be 35, 40 metres out when he lets go. On a bit of an angle here. On his way in now. Normally a beautiful kick. And he nails it. Drills it. Straight through. He gets his second goal tonight, Tommy Lynch. They go further ahead. 23-8, 146. Essendon 13-10-88. Triple M Exetel scoreboard. We've played almost 27 minutes of the final term here at the Adelaide Oval.
Some Bosch Tool stats, boys, before we finish off this game here tonight. For Essendon, Zach Merritt's been very good with 34, Goddard 32, and Brown and McGrath on 28. For the Crows, Rory Sloane's had another good night, 32 disposals and a couple of goals. Rory Laird, 31, 505 metres gained as well, and his partner in crime, I was trying to say.
Yep.
Brodie Smith, the 26, and 547 metres gained.
Yeah, Brody been very handy. There's the Bosch Tool stats. Bosch Power Tools and Accessories. Do yourself a favour across the long weekend too. Get in and get some. They won't let you down. For McDonald's, Triple M Rocks footy. Rousey old Fantasia. Little hospital number to Zaharakis, who didn't want anything to do with it. Coughed it up. Crouch, spun in the tackle, able to stay strong. Adelaide away here again now. Outer side. Linking Hamble, Atkins to Lynch. Sold his man into trouble. And that was Hampton, intercept by Brown. Big long kick towards Hooker at half forward. Tale had to measure him again. Ground level was Crouch. Danaher with good closing speed. Denies the handball. And Adelaide, I thought, were happy to get it out, but they're not, and they're away again. Atkins at half-forward to set things up again for Adelaide.
They've got too many options here. They really have running players everywhere, marking players everywhere. Atkins now, the long left foot kick to the pocket. Tex Walker got rid of his opponent but didn't take the mark. Eddie comes in to help out. He's held up against the boundary line. I think he went over it. We heard a whistle. Umpire will throw it in front of the old scoreboard here. The hill, one of the remaining hills in Australian sport. Throw in now, Leuenberger. Jacobs makes front position. They bring it down in front. Heppel's in there. Then he's tackled immediately. In fact, Parrish. And sitting on top of him, Sauce Jacobs. Umpire comes in to say, I'll have it. So 28.5 minutes gone. It's going to be a big, big win for Adelaide tonight. And they remain top of the AFL ladder after 4 rounds. Heppel, clearing kick. Parrish. I got it wrong again. Parrish now, but he finds Talia. Talia handles immediately on his outside. Hardigan goes long to the goal square. Big Tex with strength. Got rid of the whole pack, but he still couldn't complete the mark. Eddie had a little snap at goal, and then James Kelly happy to punch it through. Minor score for Adelaide. 23-9, 147 to 13-10-88. Triple M Exetel scoreboard.
You're right, Ditz. He just pushed them all under Big Tex, and he's a little stiff not to get number 6 there. Stephen May's done a hamstring for the Suns in their 26-point win over the Blues tonight. Their co-captain. A little bit of a sour note. Sour, how's that kick? Bagley. Look at these boys turning the footy over. You don't want to give too many free ones to Adelaide. They do it enough themselves. Score some turnover have been just really impressive again tonight. 147-88. As Douglas sends the Crows inside 50 again. Big number at this one. Sauce Jacobs got a hand on it, ground level. Danaher trying to work with it, so too Bagley. This one slow to release. Umpire says will bounce. 15 metres out. Watch the 2 biggest blokes put their head up, so we're rucking here. Yeah, that's a good look for our game. Sauce and Leuenberger. They do battle. Jacobs got a hand on it. Goddard was good in the contest. Zaharakis off a step, but again, big dumping kick. Should only go as far as Talia. Couldn't complete the task, did Talia. Got it again. Somehow it finds its way out the back. Laird has Sloan for help. They have Lever for help. They'll reset again.
So Lever now, the youngster, the young defender, goes right across the ground. They do set up beautifully. Brodie Smith's on the end of that long kick. He now fires one out of the pocket. It's too wide, and it goes out of play. So Tex Walker kicked 5 in the first half and then hasn't added to his tally. He's been held since then, but geez, done some clever things tonight. Very good captain's game again. 4 last week, 5 tonight. He's in good form. Throw in now. 9 seconds of this game. Leuenberger reaches over the top. Parrish at ground level. Going in and doing the tackling. Sauce Jacobs, and coaches love to see that when their ruckmen go in for their second effort at the ground level.
Been good at that tonight, hasn't he, Sauce? It's really stood out.
He has. Comments from Tyson Edwards, thanks to Seabus Super. And the quick kick out of the pack from Essendon goes out on the full. And the Crows want to get on with it quickly.
Yeah, Collier it was. Miller got it. Got it to Smith. The distance not an issue. Man on the mark is on 50. And the crowd are feeling it too. Telling Brodie to go back and unload a bomb.
Little Eddie just led to his pocket too. Ignored him.
And again. Tell you guys, look, I'm wearing the same wheels. How about we share some love, brother? Eddie, of course, has got 6. Tex 5. And Smith. Told you there's a competition going between these boys down back. Smith to 55. Oh, it's a cannon. Out and out cannon. You can hear it off the boot through the effects, Mike. It's an easy 60 metres. It's 3 wood for Brodie Smith. And the party continues. 24 goals now. 24-9, 1-5-3, 13-10-88, 31 we've ticked over, final turn. Brodie Smith had a big, big night.
Yeah, I think Eddie was just saying on the way back, mate, just pop it in there. I can finish off too, you know.
Yeah, 7's better than 6.
Nah, great finish. He's got a beautiful kick on him. Metres game for him. Let me just check that. 689 metres game for Brodie Smith. It's a reasonable output. 30 possessions to go with that.
Big, big night. Running out of defence tonight for Brodie Smith. They love kicking goals. We saw Laird kick one earlier, the defenders. They love to get into it. Crashing through the middle was Danaher. Somehow got a handball away. Parrish still keeps trying hard, which is good for the youngster. Heppel picked it up, the captain. He always tries. Got it to Danaher at half forward. They've lost it again here. The pressure of Adelaide still relentless right through to the final bell. Goddard at the bottom of it. Sloan hassled him out of it. Allowed Brodie Smith through. Now Matt Crouch on the end of a handball. Now Miller chips one out wide. Brodie Smith The goal kicker takes the mark in front of Kelly. Handball's over the top. They're away again, Adelaide. McKay ran into a bit of strife. Laird helps him out. Matt Crouch. Handball's forward. The run of McKay's brilliant. He's on the end of the handball as well. Then he delivers inside 50. Zaharakis cuts him off.
Oh, turnover again. Oh, couldn't quite pull it off. Zaharakis heart in the mouth stuff. Bombers now at half back. Fantasia. McDonald, Tip and Woody. Takes the tackler on. Got it back to Orazio. The look away. It was a throw. Turnover, Crows. Atkins one way, then the other. Smith as well. Sloan. That's not 15, is it? Miller has got it. McEwen up out of side. Jacobs is out there. Has Crouch on, but it doesn't matter. There it is. The Adelaide Crows reign supreme on an Easter Saturday night. Big time. 65-point win to the Crows. 24-9, 153, 13-10, 88.
Stronger, faster, and respected by our foes. Admiration of the nation, our determination shows. We're the pride of South Australia, we're the mighty Adelaide Crows.
Oh, that's a big win tonight. The Crows remain unbeaten on top of the ladder. Big percentage boost for them as well. We're going to talk about them at length, but Tyson, initially, I just want to ask you about Essendon. Where to for them? And we're only 4 weeks into the season. I know they've had a couple of real good wins, but then fell off against Carlton. And then tonight, really, I just wonder if they've been beaten by a very good outfit tonight, or were they terrible? How did you see it?
Yeah, no, I think they've been beaten by a very good team. Adelaide, obviously, their goal kicking was sensational, which makes a real big difference in the score at the end of the game. They hardly missed a shot on goal, but Essendon in the second half, obviously their first half wasn't great, Dits, but they had obviously changed a few things at half time, and
we'll come back to you, Tyson. Let's go down to Eddie Betts.
Boys, very proud. The last couple of weeks we came out in our first quarter were pretty slack, so it was good to get a good start.
Eddie, of course, so much attention on yourself and the Port Adelaide Football Club and your club this week. It's been handled magnificently well. What's the pressure been like for you?
Yeah, I guess it's been pretty tough. It's been a tough week, but the support that I've been showing through the footy club, the AFL and the Players Association has been fantastic. So I thank everyone out there for their support. And yeah, we just got to stamp it out of our game.
Eddie, of course, your performance wonderful. You're getting more and more attention from the opposition, but I know your wife Anna has helped you with the mindset in dealing with a lot of that attention.
Yeah, she just said take it as a compliment. You're a good player and they want to stop you, so just work around the big guys and get to their feet.
What about your little mate Charlie Cameron? Gee, isn't he exciting?
He's fantastic. I said at the end of last year, put him up on the midfield, give him all the space, and no one can catch him. Even Junior, Wayne Malera, they're super quick. Put him up there, and yeah, they're fantastic. He's going to be a superstar, Charlie.
Eddie, fantastic performance. Congratulations. Have a look at that for a total 24 goals. What a wonderful return by the boys.
Thank you. It's been a great game.
There you go. Eddie Betts talking to Channel 7. We thank Channel 7 for the interview down there on the ground. He was superb again tonight. But Tyson, as I say, as Essendon leave the ground here tonight, I just wonder where they're at. I thought 2 weeks ago some of their footy was exciting. It was quick. It was fast. They have got some live wire young players. They really have.
Oh, I think they've got enough there to work with, obviously. They've played some good footy. As I was saying before we crossed down to Eddie, that they had some opportunities in that second half, just couldn't make the most of them. Their forward entries they're going to be something that they need to work on. But they did make a big shift in that after half-time, and they're obviously going to walk away disappointed, but there's still some positives come out of that. They've got some good players there, some good young kids, as you say, so plenty to work with.
Good on you. Let's go down to Tex Walker.
Yeah, obviously our first half was outstanding. Then I thought our second half was a bit poor, so we'll review it and move on, but all in all, good win.
Tex, Eddie Betts, of course, so much focus this week on him. Tell us what he's been like around the club, because I know he's been thinking about everyone else and not himself, hasn't he?
That's just the kind of guy he is. He thinks about a lot of other people. And look, it's been a tough week for Eddie because it doesn't just affect him, it affects his whole family. So for him to come out here tonight and perform, it just adds another string to his bow. So we're really happy with what he's been able to do.
Tex, that's a massive total. We just mentioned Eddie too, 24 goals. And when you think about Mitch McGovern and also Josh Jenkins being out of the side, they've added 94 goals to your team last year, yet they're not there and this is still happening.
Yeah, that's the strength of our group. You look at Troy Menzel come in, played his role, and Big Saucy gave the Mitch first look. So if they can keep doing that, then we'll keep finishing off.
Tex, well played today, mate. Easy on the Easter eggs tomorrow.
Not easy. Have a couple. Thanks, mate.
No, he's deserved it too. A couple of eggs for tomorrow. Tex Walker there, once again talking to Channel 7. We thank them for that. Louis, I might throw to you. We might look at the other scores from the games today.
Yeah, the Gold Coast, 26-point win over Carlton at Etihad. Of course, Stephen May with a hamstring, the only sour note there. GWS ran away with it in Canberra against Port Adelaide to get the job done by 31 points in the end. It was a good win. It was a good game of footy, that one. And Fremantle, well, they continue their resurgence. They beat them Demons, Melbourne at the MCG in a thriller by 2 points. Big turnaround there, 26, 27 points down. Went whoosker in the third quarter to get back on top. And I can't stress enough, with Jesse Hogan and Jordan Lewis sitting on the sidelines for those undisciplined acts the last two games, very much winnable games for the D's. Will that hurt them to try and play finals for the first time in a long time? Just don't know where that sits, so that's a bad loss for the D's in that one.
Got to say, though, Fremantle, 2 weeks ago at the Adelaide Oval, I would have thought they'd never win another game. They were deplorable, and what a great job they've done in the last 2 weeks. Beat the Bulldogs, and then today Melbourne away from home.
Not only are the kids in, it's the game style. It's complete. What we saw live here at Adelaide was just shocking.
Awful.
No intent, no idea how to get forward through a press, whereas the footy they're playing at the moment, generating a lot more goals than normal. So whether he's just given them a carte blanche to go hard at it, but he's given them something. Giving them a system somehow, so it's a great tweak on the run by Rossi.
All right, good on you, Louis, with those scores. Tyson, do you want to give us some of the better players for each? I won't get to the awards yet, but just give us some of the better players that you saw out there. Let's go to Essendon first.
Yes, Essendon, I thought Zach Merritt was probably their best player today. 34 disposals, a couple of inside 50s, 5 clearances. I thought Goddard was quite good early in the game when his team was struggling a little bit. He had the 34 disposals as well, and 8 clearances, which is a really nice game. Obviously, we spoke about Tip and Woody, who had the 16 possessions, kicked the 4 goals in a forward line that had some really poor delivery. So I thought they were the standouts for Essendon.
My man Collier doesn't get a mention.
Okay. Well, he does. You just mentioned him.
I didn't. Oh, sorry, I'm with you. No, I'm not trying to put words in his mouth,
No, he had a good game as well, 24 possessions, 3 goals.
He wants a mention from the expert.
Bloody hell.
All right.
What do you have to do?
Who else do you want to put in there, Ditz?
No, that'll do.
Okay.
That'll do.
Have I covered everyone you want me to cover?
That'll do.
You know what he's like. Don't get him upset.
Oh, he had a tough start.
I'll
Tell you what, hey, when the Easter Bunny just starts to kick in around about midday tomorrow, make sure you get it tuned into Triple M. We've got the Sunday Rub, Collingwood St Kilda, the second half of the Lions Tigers. And, of course, on Easter Monday, when you're really not fitting into the pants, just relax on back and take in the Hawks v the Cats and assume the homer. Get on the couch, track it out, hand down and just relax. We've got you covered on all angles, Triple M this Easter long weekend.
Yeah, plenty of footy to come. How good are Adelaide, Tyson?
Very, very good. I said at the start that they seem to find a way to change momentum, swings in games, and that's a really good sign. They had a couple of new players in tonight. That didn't seem to bother them at all. Their ball movement forward was sensational, and I think their pressure is a real key to them getting some easy shots on goal.
Did you get a sense, and we spoke to Don Pike pre-game, the starts, that had been the issue. Every week he's almost picked something. So it was the contested marking when they changed tack midway through that game against the Hawks. And just the ability to go, all right, tonight, we'll jump out. They were fantastic early on. It was red hot. The use of the footy and just the way they can punish you, Tice. They turn the footy over in real good spots. And they're leading the competition with that and intercepts as well, I think 1 and 2. They just hurt you. They get the footy in such good spots, and because of the nature of the press, these forwards, they're all just getting space, leading back towards goal.
Absolutely. Really nice to watch. I just love it how the players talk about him as well. I mean, obviously it's easier when you're winning and things are all happy and rosy, but he seems to give them. He's a relaxed character, relaxed guy, relaxed coach, and I think players play their best in those scenarios.
Let's go down to the Crows' rooms. Not exactly the Vienna Boys Choir, but they got through it all right. They're happy. They had a big win tonight. Tyson Edwards, you've got the big job of the votes. How did you see them tonight?
Tough gig. I'll go straight to the votes. I'll give him 1 vote to Rory Sloane, I thought he was sensational. Had 34 disposals, 16 of those contested, and kicked a couple of goals as well. Nearly 500 metres gain. I've given 2 to Big Tex Walker, which may surprise a few, but I thought I take a lot of note of what happens early in the game. He came out absolutely humming, had the 19 possessions. Obviously, there was 5 goals in that first half, and really played a bit more of a captain's game. Really stamped his mark on it really early, which I liked. But young Eduardo Betts gets the 3 with the 6 sausages and the 22 possessions. I thought he was sensational, particularly after the week he's had. I think he would have had a bit of a rough week and a few sleepless nights probably, but fantastic match from him, and kicked another one from his